So this Saturday we're in the fight week now. We've been seeing blood, sweat, and tears for these two guys. We've got the undisputed lightweight champion in Devin the Dream Haney versus Vasyl the Matrix Lomachenko, and this is a fight that I, for one, really have been looking forward to. Vasyl Lomachenko, a fighter I've seen once in the flesh when he fought Luke Campbell back in the days, and he's coming up against the youngest undisputed champion, 24 years old, Devin the Dream Haney, who is full of confidence, very good fighter in his own right, goes over twice to Australia, beats George Kambosos twice there, and that was an exceptional achievement in and of itself. So yeah, this is a clash between the older guy in Lomachenko versus the younger guy, the undisputed champion, who's pretty much not put a foot wrong in boxing. So as a lot of other people have said, Devin Haney for me is pretty much the favorite going into this fight, just based on his youth and his activity. He just seems to be the guy on the rise. He is going to be going into this fight, as you all will know, with a considerable size advantage over Vasyl Lomachenko. He's definitely the bigger guy. However, he's not much of a puncher. He's not a concussive puncher, but he is very good at keeping things at range, using that size advantage he has. He ties you up on the inside, and he just knows how to box and how to keep a fight long and use his physical advantages well. The advantages for Lomachenko is that he's a guy that has the southpaw advantage, and there are times when Haney has fought southpaws and not dealt with it too well again, like Jojo Diaz. He did win the fight. Of course, Diaz is not Lomachenko, but there were times where you could see that a southpaw could have an advantage against Haney by just doing this typical southpaw things, stepping to the side. And I think Lomachenko's got some moves he can do there where he can sort of attack and then step round to his right and be out of Haney's sight and use that to land his left hand. I think, the Lomachenko, if he can sort of roll back the years in this fight on the weekend, then we will have a very close fight. And he did. I think with this one, it's one of those where I'm slightly edging it towards Devin Haney more than saying he's 100% going to win. I kind of have it as if I was doing percentages. I would say like a 60-40 thing, because as much as I do rate Devin Haney, Lomachenko is going to be by far and away the best guy that he's fought. So we can say that, has he boxed at this level before? I don't think any of the guys that he's boxed can sort of match with Lomachenko's skill for skill. So that's a bit of that could be a factor in the fight. I think also, if you look at this objectively, Devin Haney, although he looked great against George Kambosos Jr. In his last fight, you could say that when he weighed in, I thought personally, and I think a lot of other people thought, that he did look kind of drawn at the weight. He did look a bit drained at the weigh-in for the George Kambosos Jr. fight. So you never know. It's one of these where I think he's a big lightweight. He's definitely bigger than weight. He could even move up, and he probably will move up at some stage. But I think even that it could be a little factor in this fight. Is Devin Haney, is he drained at the weight? Can he still do lightweight comfortably at this point? I think that could possibly be a factor. It might not be a factor in this fight. I'm not expecting it to be, but I think that's definitely something that is noteworthy. How comfortable is he at the weight? Is he really draining himself to make this weight? That's a question mark. But yeah, other than that, I think you've got to give Lomachenko a good shot here. If he can sort of roll back the years, if he can do the typical southpaw thing of keeping things, moving to the right, head movement, if he can use that good head movement that he's demonstrated in years past, get out of the way of that left jab of Devin Haney, slip it, throw your left hand. If he can sort of get outside of that lead left foot of Devin Haney, as he's been able to do to guys in the past, some of these top guys he's fought, I think Lomachenko is definitely a very live underdog in this fight. He's a very, very skilled fighter, and I think if he can get inside on Haney, do a bit of in and out movement, and use the ring well, get close to him, if he can let his hands go a little bit and just sort of not allow Devin Haney to get him into his clutches and hold him. I think Lomachenko definitely has a good chance in this fight, but I think most likely outcome we're looking at is Devin Haney to win this one on points, because I think he could sort of follow and copy the blueprint of Teofimo Lopez, which is just basically shutting Lomachenko down, not allowing him to get close, making him lose, because with Lopez, he kind of won those first, near enough the first half of the fight from what I remember, and he was able to sort of shut and he made Lomachenko have to play catch up. And in this fight, I think Haney can sort of do the same thing. Just keep it long, fight as a big man, don't let the smaller man come inside, and just keep him at bay and land your straight shots. He doesn't land his shots, and then before you know it, you're 4 rounds ahead, and Lomachenko's got to play catch up. I think that definitely Devin Haney's capable of doing that. And I think that's something that Lomachenko is going to really have to watch for. He's going to really have to, in order for him to stand any chance of winning this fight, he's going to have to try and get hold of those first couple of rounds and start the fight well, and start the fight at sort of a faster pace than he's used to, because I think if Lomachenko can start the fight fast and start landing his shots fast, invest in the body, although Lomachenko is not the biggest of punchers, but if he can invest in the body of Devin Haney, get up close and personal, get in, get out, use that good foot movement, use the head movement as he's coming in, and stay out the way of that jab of Devin Haney. If he can sort of take that jab away from Haney and start the fight quite fast, I think he definitely has a legit shot. He's definitely got the skills and everything, but it's just a matter of, will Devin Haney be able to nullify him, or will he be able to get in, keep on the outside of that lead foot and just keep attacking from the blind side of Devin Haney and show him things that he's not seen before. So it is going to be an interesting fight. I slightly edge Devin Haney, but a Lomachenko win would not surprise me, because I believe he's got the skills to do it. So anyway, let me know what you think about this fight. Who you picking, Lomachenko or Haney? And till next time, it's MKO Pugilism over and out.